Have you ever wondered why captive insurance agents capitalize at such a high level when they go independent with their career? Well, you found the right video, my friends. I'm going to dive into this with some pretty deep levels of detail. And I used to be a captive insurance agent back in the day, and I've got so many agents that have partnered here that used to be captive as well. So, captive insurance agents have some advantages when they launch into this space, and we're going to drop it to you. So, before I do this, my name's Jason. I'm your friend in the business, and I'm very blessed to partner and just work shoulder to shoulder with some of the most amazing brand new and veteran agents alike, international agencies selling life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, but more importantly, in the telespace. So free resources always for your taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. And I appreciate you joining with me in this content. Hope you enjoy it. So number one, a lot of times captive insurance agents are kept down with limited profitable potential. And this is why there's nothing wrong with starting as a captive agent, nothing wrong if that's your choice. But you got to understand that being a captive insurance agent always comes at a cost 99% of the time. You're going to be limited in what you get paid because there's all these painful layers of the onion. They're kind of taking from your commission dollar. So you've got limited pay potential as a captive insurance agent. Maybe you're only paid 30, 40, 50, 60% compensation. So a lot of the management team is taking that, maybe the management above them and the micro trainers and the other newfound trainers that take you in the field. Everything you're going to find is taking away your profitability. So it does limit your potential here, which is going to be felt in your paycheck. So you're also going to experience some good things, right? You're going to have maybe some good training that you may really need if you didn't join a good work family like ours that prioritizes mentorship and training and skill set. A lot of independent agencies kind of leave you out to the wolves, and that's not good. We definitely don't do that by any stretch, but captive agents normally find that an agency normally has a good training platform, but sometimes that comes at a deep cost. They'll micromanage you. But once again, it all comes down to your money. Your money, the commission that you could earn when you can earn 100%, okay, kind of compensation or more as a veteran. This is something to keep in front of you. Limited potential being captive, unlimited potential when you free yourself. So captive insurance agents do phenomenal things in the independent space because they were limited. They were held back. They never knew what the world looked like from the dollars standpoint. They're like, wow, I sold $1,000 of annual premium and I really only get maybe $400, $500. Then they become independent and realize I sold $1,000 premium and I just made $1,000. Are you kidding me? I mean, I get to keep all that money. It's because all these management layers didn't hold them back. So once a captive insurance agent experiences freedom, it's like a dog off the leash at the leash park, right? Leash park, dog park. You know what I'm talking about. Woo! They're gone, right? An independent agent loves it. And when you have been in captivity, you know how to appreciate freedom. And sometimes independent insurance agents don't know how good they've got it because they were never held back at 30, 40, 50, 60% compensation grids. So now that they've got unlimited earning potential, and now they've got a comp grid that helps them capitalize, there's no better life. But limited potential, number one, is very important to understand when you're captive. All right. Now, with risk comes great reward, right? And a lot of times, captive insurance agencies, number two, they use leads as leverage over agents, where they maybe the management team will hand you out leads or dispense leads to a captive insurance agent. That really keeps you in a place of control. So leads are leverage over you because you can't buy your own leads or acquire them typically, or maybe you're in a place where you're dealing with leads that are exhausted leads. So you've got to really work hard. Most captive insurance agents, they're dealing with leads that they're told are leads, but really it's data, maybe 2, 3 old data. You're calling every other number, it's disconnected, or you're dialing these fresh leads that they gave you, and really fresh is a relative term. Maybe it's a year or two old, and you're just dealing with constant voicemails, or disconnected numbers, or that person has never lived here. Bad data will give you a bad taste in your mouth. And a lot of captive insurance agents will have cut their teeth on really bad leads. So dated leads, not great when you first start off, or maybe they're telling you to go get your project 100. We want to get your 100 friends and family, and that's how you're going to find success working at our agency, wink, wink. And what you find is that as a captive agent, that once they exhaust that, they give you basically the phone book, and then you book it right out of that door to try to go be independent and buy your own leads. But limited leads are what hold a lot of captive insurance agents back, because you're not in control of your lead flow. And if you're not in control of your lead flow, you're not in control of your financial gain. And those that do are those that get in this industry. It's power. And when a captive insurance agent says, you know what, I'm not going to lean on my manager to give me my money, to give me my leads. They go from leads that are exhausted, where they work really hard and find success, and now they get a taste of what an exclusive lead is. Brand new. You mean the person just sent back the card? The person just clicked on that, and I get to call them? This is how a captive agent explodes in the independent space, because they were once again kind of held back like a dog on a leash. They are the most amazing people. They've got crazy good ethics, but they've known how to work through pain. They've been able to roll in the mud and realize success. And when they get clean in a place where I get a clean lead, an exclusive lead, life insurance agents that are captive that now go independent, they launch like you've never seen them launch, because when they touch a lead, they value it. And sometimes independent agents that have never experienced what a bad lead is maybe complain, where a captive insurance agent does not complain about the leads. They get an exclusive lead, and it's like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I don't got to work all day to book my appointments. Are you kidding me? I can get booked up in just a couple of hours and I'm done for the week. I got my 15 or 20 appointments. This is phenomenal. And I used to be captive back in the day myself. I know what bad leads are. I know what it's like when they've got that leverage. But when you can own and control your destiny, it's all about dialing in your own leads. And when you go independent, there's no better life than knowing that you control where you're going to go, and you can have the best leads on the planet. An exclusive lead is an exclusive advantage to an independent insurance agent. Captive insurance agents, sometimes your management team or captive company may give you a lead that's fresh here or there, but a lot of times it's leverage in a point where you can lose if maybe you don't show up to enough meetings or play the politics. This is something that puts a lot of captive agents in a place where you're kind of treated like a W-2, where when you are a 1099 independent insurance agent, just enjoying what you do, there's no better way to build wealth. Number three, this is probably the most important thing. Captive insurance agents understand that when they were captive, it came at an extreme cost. Normally, they aren't vested, which means they don't own the very block of business that they're building. So they're building a dream, but it's not your dream. It's somebody else's dream. Look at your vesting schedule. If you're a captive insurance agent right now, go look at your documents. How many years do you have to work the fields before you find you own anything? Look at the vesting schedule. This is so important. As an independent agent, you're vested immediately. Immediately. This is very important. 99% of your carriers, you should always be in a place of ownership, where if you, let's say, got sick of the insurance business, you still see checks showing up, all right, in your bank. This is important, where if you're not vested day one, and then let's say things don't work out at that captive agency because you realize you're not getting paid what you're worth, you're getting paid 45, 50, 60% compensation, and you can make 100% more money selling a better product or the same product to the consumer. Or with annuities, maybe you're in the 1.5 or 3%, and you could be way more wealth, like 100% more wealth doing the same work. Why in the world would you stay captive if you don't have to? But owning and controlling your block of business without having to work at low comp for 5, 10, 15 years. Don't build your block of business and make it somebody else's dream because you didn't know any better. Look at your vesting schedule. Make sure that the very thing that you're building is for you. You're trying to experience just amazing lives. Okay, you just are. Freedom's important. And if you don't find out that you're you've invested for a period of years, you're going to feel like you're going to lose your lunch down the road. You're going to want to see with a captive insurance agency, do they have a non-solicitation agreement or something of that nature? You want to make sure you see it, because sometimes it's not the best price, or maybe the captive insurance agency that you're with doesn't even take cards for payment, or doesn't even have a guaranteed issue carrier that pays hardly anything or isn't competitively priced. So you're going to get replaced a lot. An independent agent knows they're one of the best handshakes out there when they're handling consumers with exclusive leads. They own their block of business. Big, big, big time for you guys to understand. And we've got so many captive insurance agents that used to be captive and experience freedom here. And the financial gain that can be had is phenomenal. Even when 90% of the agent force may fail, a captive insurance agent that jumps into the independent space, oh boy, I tell you, they're excited about what they get paid. They're excited about exclusive leads, and they're absolutely excited about the freedom to realize power and control over their business, because they own the business that they're working so desperately and so hard to attain. I hope this helps you. If you're a captive insurance agent trying to kick tires and see if it's the right choice for you, it may be, it may not be. There's nothing wrong with staying captive if that's where you find your security. But with a little bit of risk, you may find you've got so much more reward, and it's not as hard as you think to take your career to the next level. If I can help you personally, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. Promise I'll personally call and connect with you, give you any advice or wisdom that you may need, because you've got to walk your own path to find profitability in this space. We'll see you soon, my friends. Hope you enjoy this content. If I can do anything to help you, you know I will.